Hello and welcome to my Snappy bag tutorial. If you don't already have the kit, I'll leave the link in the description tab below, but let's go ahead and get started. You should have received this envelope that has the QR code right here. You can scan that QR code and it'll take you right to this video. Now let me show you what's in the kit and then we'll go ahead and get started. You can open up the camera in your phone and point to the QR code, and a link to the video will come right up. Your kit also includes 6 snappies, fabric, 3 cuts for vinyl, and a template to cut out all of your pieces. Make sure you use the cutting layout as your guide, and once you get all your pieces cut out, I'll meet you at the ironing board. Okay, we're going to make the casing for our measuring tape by folding it in half to get the middle, and then we're going to fold it again into the middle. We're hiding the raw edges. Fold that one in half and then in half again and iron that, and then repeat it on the other one. This is your handle, and we're going to do the same concept where we just fold it in half to get the middle and then fold in the raw edges and fold it again and iron. So this one's going to be really tiny. Now take your 3x3 fabric square and you're going to iron the wrong sides together. We're making the tab now, and then fold it again so you get a triangle. And again, we are just getting rid of the raw edge. Now pick up one of your casings and we are going to sew this inside. Just eyeball the center, pin it, and we'll take it over to the sewing machine and sew it in place. Sew a straight stitch to keep the tab in place. You'll notice that the tab is different in this clip because my camera was having difficulties. Cut off the loose ends. Now we are going to sew it to our vinyl. Put your tissue paper underneath and sew as close as you can to the edge of the casing. Tear the tissue paper off, and now you see that the tab's in place, and we are going to add the other side of the casing. So just repeat what we did. Now sew the handle loop with a straight stitch. Now we're going to sew the handle in between the 2 casings, and your tag is going to be on the inside as well. We will sew all the way down this edge using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Don't forget to put the tissue paper underneath, and we're going to sew it at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And don't forget to backstitch. Now rip off the tissue paper, and your little handle should be secure in there, and the tab is on the inside. And now we're going to install the measuring tape, and the numbers are going to be facing you. Manually bring the needle down to make sure you don't hit the measuring tape because you don't want to break your needle. Remember to backstitch and add your tissue paper. And backstitch at the end. And remove all the tissue paper. Okay, so we've got both ends sewed. We haven't turned it inside out yet. Now you can just take your pinking shears and cut the edges like that if you'd like. Just cut off all the loose ends. And this is where the fray check comes in. I don't know if you've ever used this before, but it helps for your fabrics not to fray. So you can go ahead and put this on the edges if you'd like. So you just put them on the edges like that, and then they shouldn't fray. That's what I did on these ones that were already done. So you can see the inside, and it doesn't fray one bit. So it just keeps it looking nice and clean. Now we can go ahead and turn this inside out. So there is a technique to this part. Use your fingers to get to the bottom of the bag. And then flip that part out and make sure that you've pressed the corners out really nice. And then after you've done that, go ahead and flip the casing and then pull the vinyl down. Now you may notice some little dents in the vinyl, but don't worry, it will repair itself and it will go back to being smooth. So here's this one right here. There you have it, your first Snappy bag, and now you can make the other two. So this one has paper clips, but what are you going to put in your Snappy bag? Make sure that you use hashtag Snappy bag and tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your Snappy bags. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy sewing. Bye guys.